Hey guys, Krista here. So I'm going to do a little new thing here. I'm going to try to report every weekend what I've been reading, what I plan on reading over the next week. So my weekend review, this week I read Exiled by M.R. Merritt. I have been hearing a lot about this one on YouTube and blogs and stuff. And so I had the opportunity to check it out this week. The blurb says, Chase Williams is a demon hunter in the circle, or at least he was supposed to be. On his 15th birthday, Chase stepped up to the altar to claim his elemental power, but it never came. Elemental magic is passed down to the hunter through the bloodline, but on Chase's birthday, the bloodline stopped. Exiled without the circle's protection, Jace has spent 2 years trying to survive a world riddled with half-demons and magic. When he has a run-in with a frightened and seemingly innocent demon, he learns the Circle's agenda has changed. The Circle plans to unlock a portal and unleash the pure-blood demons into the world. Vowing to stop them, and knowing he can't do it alone, Chase forms a reluctant alliance with Reyna, a sexy witch with an attitude and a secret. In their attempt to stop them, Chase and Reyna find themselves in the middle of the Circle's plan, leaving one of them to decide what their friendship is worth and the other's life depending on it. So that's Exiled by M.R. Merrick. I ended up giving this one 5 stars. I really enjoyed it. You guys can buy that right now on Amazon. That right now is available on Amazon for $3 for a Kindle version or for $14.39 for the paperback version. The next book I read, I'm going to butcher this name because I am not exactly sure how it's pronounced, but it's called Aloysius by Jonathan Charlap. This blurb says it's a series from author Jonathan Charlap that asks the question, what makes us human? How far will we go for the ones we love? Are we willing to die to protect them? Tori is a watcher, a young genetically injured soldier who is the pinnacle of her life. But when she fails to kill Spencer Esternal, a fugitive from the assimilated nations, she must confront a terrible truth that her agency never viewed her as anything more than expendable. Now, those who created her will do anything to kill her, and the closer she grows with her new lover Spencer, the more she realizes that protecting him may be easier than losing him. This one was really good as well. I gave it 4 stars. I really enjoyed it. I love the world building. I love the characters and the dialogue and the action. There was just tons of stuff happening in this book, and it all made sense, and it flowed well, and it all comes together in the right places. And I just thought, overall, this was just a really great read, and I loved it. I really did enjoy that. You guys can buy that right now on Amazon for $1 for the Kindle version or $12.84 for the paperback. Another book I read this week was The Pole by Chelsea Shakespeare. This one is described as Evie Remington has always done what people expected of her. As a result, at 26, she finds herself the unhappy owner and manager of a Denver hotel. That is, until deep-rooted memories of a past life and the hidden knowledge of a promise she made in that other lifetime pulls her away from it all. Without knowing where it will lead, Evie sets out on a cross-country journey that will challenge what she believes about life, death, and love. This one was more of a romance book. She travels a lot, tries to figure out who she is inside and where her life is going, and there's romance in it, and I really did like how it ended. I thought that the story had a really good ending and tied everything up nicely, but I gave it 3 stars. I did like it. I'm not a huge romance fan, and it's one of those slow getting to know the character kind of novels, so I think that maybe I should just throw it out there. Maybe some of the readers might want to read that, and so you guys should check that out. Sorry about that, I got interrupted. So, the next thing I read was the Stormborn graphic novels by Rochelle Mead and others, and I actually really enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun reading these. I haven't read a lot of graphic novels. I'm kind of getting into the feel of them recently. But I really enjoyed this story. It actually got me wanting to pick up the actual novels to learn more about Eugenie's story and some background, to read more about Eugenie and her background and her family. It's a very interesting story. Eugenie is like a shaman. She goes out and banishes demons back to the underworld that are causing problems in people's lives, kind of like Ghostbusters. You know, you have this thing in your house. Well, she goes out and she banishes them. And one day, a guy asks her to go down into the underworld, to get his kidnapped sister back. And she finally decides that yes, she's going to go do it, and then finds out there's so much more going on here than she was aware of. So I really enjoyed the story. I'm going to pick up the novels now. I'm excited to read those, and I will. They have the first 3 books in the series on Amazon Kindle for $10. So 3 books for $10. So I'm excited about that. The graphic novels, it looks like Volume 1 is on Amazon for $13.43, and it comes in a hardcover. And then the last story that I read this month is Love in a Nutshell by Janet Ivanovich, and this is my first review for the crime site, and it was a little bit more romance than I expected. Well, I mean, from the cover you can tell that there's romance in it, but I haven't read a Janet Ivanovich book before, so I didn't realize how much romance she contained in her books. I did think it was it was really light, fast-paced, you just breezed right through. It's told from 2 perspectives, both Kate and Matt's perspectives, and I really enjoyed Matt more than Kate, actually. But she was spunky and fun, and, you know, she kind of takes on this duty of trying to figure out who's trying to ruin his beer business. And, you know, things happen, both quirky and fun, and it's interesting. She's newly divorced. She has no money. She moves home to restore the Nutshells, the name of the place that she wants to restore to a bed and breakfast, and meets Matt and starts working for him. And it's, you know, it's cute, it's quirky, it's fun. So I was rating it 3 stars. So you guys should check it out. I hear it's a lot like her other book, so if you like her, you should definitely pick up her new book. So the book I'm currently reading is Glow by Amy Kathleen Ryan. I'm almost done with this. Should be done with it today, and it's really good. I like it. It's really sci-fi, science fiction. It takes place in outer space. There's 2 spaceships traveling to New Earth, and then one day one of the spaceships comes in, kidnaps all the girls off of one of the other ships, and it's just a weird, crazy adventure going on up there. So I'm actually really enjoying it. It's told from different perspectives as well, because you're seeing both ships and the stuff that's happening, and so you get to see what's going on in both places. Another book that I'm going to be reading today is The Thorn and the Blossom, 2-sided love story. This is only 80 pages, so I intend on getting through it today. And then 2 other books that I started that I intend on finishing this week sometime is Faye Kellerman's Gun Games, and I've just barely started this. I'm like 5 pages in. And The Adoration of Jenna Fox, which I'm really enjoying as well. Really good read. Can't wait to see how it ends. So interesting. So that's all I have to show you today. Thanks for stopping by, guys, and happy reading.